Hello, my name is Mayanka. I am accounts and a finance trainer from UPLEX. Today, we will cover the topic of marginal cost. We will discuss this topic in four parts. This is part one of marginal costing. So now we will start our video. Marginal costing. What is the meaning of marginal costing and why it is required? The marginal cost as understand in economic is that incremental cost of production which is arise due to one unit increase in the production quantity. The marginal costing or the marginal cost is the incremental cost of production. It is the incremental cost of production which is arise due to the when there is an increase of one unit in the production. For the example, there is any organization which is manufacturing or which is producing 10,000 units and it is incurred 1 lakh rupees in total. But there is the there is another production of 1 lakh 1 unit. Due to this, the amount of the total cost is 1 lakh 20,000 because for the production of one unit there is the requirement of some additional expenses because the lot is of 1 lakh and the company want to produce the 1 lakh one. So there is the increase in the cost. So the 20,000, which is the difference is well 10 lakh minus 10 lakh 20,000. The amount of 20,000 is to be known as increment cost of production, and it is arise due to the one unit increase in the production capacity. As we understand, the variable cost has the direct relationship with the volume of output. We all know and we have already discussed it in our previous classes. The variable costs are those costs which are vary with the production, or the variable costs are those costs which has the direct relationship with the production. If there is increase in the production, then the variable cost will be increased. And if there is the reduction or there is the decrease in the production, then the variable cost will be decreased. And the fixed costs are those costs which are constant irrespective of volume of production. Is that the fixed costs are the fixed. In the case of fixed cost, there will not be any change if there is increase in the production or there is a decrease in production. Hence, the marginal cost is measured by the total variable cost which is attributable to the one unit. Is that the marginal cost is a cost which is measured by the total variable cost which is related to the one product. Is that the incremental cost of production which is arise or which is spent due to the increase in one unit, which is arise due to the one unit increase in the production, then it is to be known as, then such cost, increased cost or incremental cost is to be known as marginal cost. For example, total cost of producing 10 units and the 11 units of the production is 10,000 and 10,500. Is that there is any organization which is preparing or which is producing 10 units and the cost of 10 units is 10,000, and the company is producing 10,000 one unit, sorry, 11 unit, 10,000, the entity is producing 11 unit, then In the case of production of 11 units, there is the production cost of total cost of 10,500. Then in this case, the marginal cost of 11th unit, the marginal cost of 11th unit is 500 rupees, which is the differences between the normal production minus the production which is increased by 1 unit. So the marginal cost for the 11th unit is that for the 1 unit which is extra from 10 unit is 500 rupees. So on the basis of this example, we can understand how to determine the marginal cost of a particular unit. Now we will discuss it by a example. Arnav Limited produce 10,000 units of product Z. Arnav Limited produce 10,000 units of product Z by incurring the total cost 3,50,000. Arnav produce 10,000 units and the amount of total cost is 1 lakh. Sorry, the amount of total cost is 3,50,000. And the breakup of these costs are as follows: is that 3,50,000 includes material cost 10 rupee per unit, then it will be 10 rupees into 1,000, 10,000, it will be 1 lakh rupees. Direct employee cost means labor cost, which is 8 rupees per unit, and the total is 80,000. Variable overhead are 2 rupees. Variable overhead 2 rupees per unit, it will be 20,000, and the fixed cost 1,50,000 up to the volume production of 50,000 units. If there is the production of 50,000 units, then the fixed overheads will be 1,50,000. In this example, if INF Limited if INF Limited wants to know the marginal cost of producing one extra unit from the current production, is that INF wants to know about the marginal cost. What will be the incremental cost or what will be the marginal cost if he will produce a product? He means INF produce a extra unit. The marginal cost would be change in the total cost due to production of 101 due to the production of 10,001 unit. The extra cost would be 20, which is calculated for. Is that now we will discuss the extra cost. In the case of 10,000 unit, the amount of direct material which is 10 rupees per unit. Then it is 1 lakh. In the case of 10,001 unit, it will be 10,001 unit into 10 rupees, it will be 1 lakh 10 rupees. In the case of direct employee cost, which will be 8 rupees per unit. Then in the case of 10,000 unit, it will be 80,000. In case of 10,001 unit, it will be 80,008. In the case of variable overhead, the amount of variable overhead which is 2 rupees per unit. Then in the case of 10,000 unit, it will be 20,000. And in the case of 10,001 unit, it will be to 20,002 rupees. And the fixed overhead will remain same up to the 50,000 units. Then it will be 1,50,000. Then the total amount of cost in the respect of 10,000 unit is 3,50,000. 3,50,000 rupees is the total amount of cost, and in the respect of 10,001 unit, the total amount of cost is 3,50,020 rupees. Then the change in cost is rupees 20 rupees, and such 20 rupees is to be considered as a marginal cost. It is to be considered as a marginal cost or the incremental cost. So, on the basis of this example, we can understand how to calculate the incremental cost or the marginal cost of a Marginal cost which is incurred due to the increase in a single unit. So this is the example, and on the basis of this example, it is very easy to understand the meaning and the concept of marginal cost. Now we will discuss what is the marginal cost. In the previous slides, we have discussed marginal cost. Marginal cost. Now we will discuss marginal costing. What is the marginal costing? It is the costing system where products or the services and the inventories are valued at the variable cost only. In the case of marginal costing, the marginal costing is a system where the costing of the products or costing of the services is done. On the basis of such system, the entity calculate the cost of the product and cost of the service. And this is a system where the product and where the services and the inventories are valued at the variable cost only. In the case of marginal costing, the cost, the product, services, and the inventories are valued at the variable cost only. It does not consider the fixed cost. Is that there is no consideration of the fixed cost. Fixed cost is not considered or it is not relevant. This system of coding is to be known as direct costing, as only direct cost form the part of production and the inventory cost. The marginal costing system is to be considered as a direct costing system because it is considered all the variable costs, and all the variable costs are the direct cost of the production. This system of the coding is also known as the direct costing, as direct cost form the part of production and the inventory cost, because all the direct costs are to be the part of the production or inventory cost. In the case of marginal cost, the costs are classified. In the case of marginal costing, the costs are classified on the basis of behavior of cost. Is that in the normally the costs are classified on the basis of their nature. It may be the variable cost or it may be the fixed cost. As per the behavior, there are the two type of cost. Number one is fixed cost and number two is variable cost. Rather function as done in the observed cost method. Costs are classified on the basis of their behavior rather than the function. Rather function as done in the observation costing method. Now, what is the meaning of direct costing? The marginal costing is to be considered as direct costing. So, what is the meaning of direct costing? So, what is the meaning of direct costing? Direct costing and the marginal costing is used synonymously at the various places. Is that direct costing and the marginal costing are to be considered as the same at the various places. But the relation of the cost with respect to activity level must be understood. But the relation of the cost in the respect of activity level is also be understand, is also be important to understand. Some costs which are variable in nature at the batch level but fixed for unit level. There are the some costs which are the variable in nature in the respect of some batches. In the respect of some batches, but these costs are considered as a fixed cost for the unit level basis. Means there are many bases for the calculation of cost or for the production of units, just like the batch level, per unit production, and many. So there are the some costs which are to be considered as a variable cost in the case of batch level, but these costs may be considered as a fixed cost These costs are to be considered as a fixed cost for the unit level, whether other are variable at the production level, whether there are certain costs which are considered as a variable cost at the production level, but it is considered as a fixed for the batch or unit level. So there are the different relationship of the cost with the different basis, or with the different label basis. So in this case, it is a very much important to understand the relationship, to understand the relation with the or to the activity level. Is that in this case, it is very much important to determine whether it is considered as a variable cost or it is considered as a fixed cost. It is very much important to understand whether it is a variable cost or whether it is a fixed cost, because when we know, then we can understand which is the direct cost or which is the indirect cost, means the cost which is the variable cost or which is the fixed cost. Because in the case of marginal costing, only direct costing, means all the variable costs are considered. So for this purpose, the knowledge, the total knowledge about the marginal costing, about the variable costing, and about the fixed costing is very much important. Now we will discuss it by the way of example. Now there is an example so that we can understand what is a direct costing or marginal costing. Arnav Limited produced 10,000 unit of product jet and incurring total cost of 4,80,000. It is producing 10,000 unit and the total amount of cost is 4,80,000. The breakup of the cost is as follows. Number one is direct material cost, which is 10 rupees per unit, and the total amount of cost is 1 lakh. Direct employee cost, which is 8 rupees per unit. Direct employee cost is 8 rupees per unit, and the total amount of direct employee cost is 80,000. Variable overhead, which is 2 rupees per unit. The amount of variable overhead, which is 2 rupees per unit, and the total amount of variable overhead is 10,000 into 2, means 20,000. Machine setup cost 1,200 for the production run. 100 unit can be manufactured in a run, and the amount of machine setup is 1,200. 1,200, and the company is manufacturing 10,000. Depreciation of the machine is specifically used for the production of jet is 10,000. Apportioned fixed overhead are 1,50,000. These are the classification or breakup of 4,80,000. So now we will analyze the total cost and we will discuss the marginal cost or the direct cost. We will calculate the marginal cost. Direct material, which is 10 rupees per unit. In the case of 10,000 unit, it will be 1 lakh, and in the case of 10,000 1 unit, it will be 1 lakh 10 rupees, and the change in cost is 10 rupees only. It is to be considered as direct unit cost, and it is to be considered as direct cost because it is directly related to the production or cost or unit. Direct employee cost, which is the 8 rupees per unit, and in the case of 10,000 unit, it will be 80,000, and in case of 10,001 unit, it will be 80,008 rupees, and the change in cost is rupees 8 only. Variable overhead, which is 2 rupees per unit, which is 2 rupees per unit. In the case of 10,000 unit, it will be 20,000. In case of 10,000 unit, it will be 20,000. And in the case of 10,001 unit, in the case of 10,001 unit, it will be 20,002 rupees. It will be 20,002 rupees. Then the change in cost, is 2 rupees. 20,002 minus 20,000. And it is also be considered as a direct cost. It is also be considered as a direct cost. machine setup cost. What is the machine setup cost in the respect of 10,000 unit is 1,20,000 because 20 1,200 for the 100 runs, for the 100 units of production. So for the 10,000 unit, it will be 1,200 into 1,200 into 10,000 divided by 100 units. Then it will be 1,000. It will be 1,20,000. And in the case of 10,000 one unit, there is the additional run. There will be the additional run. So due to this, one run is required 1,200 rupees. So for a single unit, a additional run will be made. So the cost of the additional run is 1,200. 1 lakh 1,200. Then the total amount of machine setup cost for the 10,001 unit is 1,21,200 rupees. And the additional cost which is increased due to the increase in one unit product is 1,200, which is to be considered as a batch cost, and it is also be considered as a direct cost because it is directly related to the such production. If there is no production, then it will not be incurred. So it is the direct in nature. Now we will discuss depreciation of machine, which is 10,000 in the case of production of 10,000 units, and it will also be 10,000 in the case of when there is a production of 10,001 unit, because the depreciation is an amount which is fixed in nature, which is fixed in nature. It is not vary with the production. And apportionment of fixed cost, it is also fixed in nature, so it will not be considered. 1,50,000 in the case of 10,000 unit and 1,50,000 in the case of 10,001 unit. Then the total amount of cost which is incurred for the 10,000 unit is 4,80,000. And in the case of 10,001 unit, the total amount of cost is 4,81,220 rupees. Is that the additional amount for the additional amount for the one unit is 1,220 rupees, and it is to be considered as a marginal cost or the direct cost. 1,220 rupees is the price of a single unit, and such additional cost is to be increased due to the increase in one unit production. So in this example, the direct cost of producing 1,000 one's unit means one unit is 1,220, but it is not the marginal cost of producing, but it is not the marginal cost of producing one extra unit rather than marginal cost of running one extra production run. So on the basis of this example, we have understand how to calculate the marginal costing and how to consider the cost as a variable or as a fixed, because a cost may be variable for a certain label, for a different label, and it may be the fixed cost for the different label. So the understanding in the respect of such in the respect of behavior of cost is also be very much important for determining the marginal costing. Now we will discuss the differential and the incremental cost. What are the differential and incremental cost? Differential and the incremental cost. The differential cost is the difference between the cost of two different production label. The differential cost is the differences. It is the differences between the differential cost is the differences between the cost of two different level of production. In the case of differential cost, we will calculate the differences between the cost of two different level of production. It is a relative representation of the cost for the two different level of production that result in increase or in decrease in cost. It is the relative representation of the cost for two different labels that results in the increase and the decrease in cost. And the incremental cost, on the other hand, the incremental cost is the increase in the cost which is arise due to the change in volume or due to the change in process of production activities. Is that the differential cost is the difference between the two different production labels. It is the difference between the two production labels. But the incremental cost is a cost which is arise due to the increase in the cost, which is arise due to the increase in the cost, and such increase in cost is arise due to the change in volume or due to the change in process of the product activities. Incremental costs are sometimes compared. The incremental costs are sometimes compared with marginal cost, but in the reality, sometimes the incremental costs are compared with the marginal cost, but in the reality, there is a thin line differences between the two. Normally, sometimes the marginal costs are to be compared with the incremental cost, but there is a difference. There is a very small and thin line differences between the marginal cost and between the incremental cost. Marginal cost is the change in the total cost. Marginal cost is a change in the total cost which is arise due to the production of one extra unit. Marginal cost is the differences. Marginal cost is the difference in the cost which is arise due to the production of one extra unit, while the increment cost can be both. The increment cost can be arise for both for the increase in one unit or increase in total volume. Is that the marginal cost is to be arise or is to be calculated in case when there is the change in total production due to the production of one extra unit. But the incremental cost include both increase in one unit or increase in total production. So the incremental cost and the marginal cost both are the different, and there is a very minute, very thin line differences between the incremental cost and between the marginal cost. So this is the differential cost and this is the incremental and marginal cost. Now we will discuss the characteristic of marginal costings. What are the characteristics? What are the characteristics of the marginal costing? There are some main characteristics of the marginal costing which are given as follows. These all are the characteristics of marginal costing. Number one, all element of cost are classified into fixed and the variable component. In the case of marginal costing, all the components or all the elements are to be classified into fixed overhead or into the variable overhead. Into the marginal costing, the elements of the cost are to be classified. The total costs are to be classified into two components, which is first is fixed component and the second is variable component. Semi-variable costs are also analyzed into the fixed or variable elements. Number two is the marginal or the variable cost. The marginal and the variable costs are treated as the cost of product. The marginal and the variable cost means just like direct cost, direct material, direct labor, direct variable overheads, and all which are directly related with the product are considered or are treated as the cost of production. Under marginal costing, the value of finished goods. Under the marginal costing, the value of finished goods or the value of WIP. In the case of marginal costing, the value of finished goods and the value of WIP is also compared only of the marginal cost. Under the marginal costing, the value of finished goods and the value of WIP is also compared only of marginal cost. Variable selling and variable distribution overhead are excluded from the value of inventory. The variable selling and the distribution expenses and the overheads are to be excluded when we calculate the value of inventory. Fixed costs are not considered for the valuation of closing stock of the finished goods and the WI. Is that in the case of marginal costing, the fixed costs are not to be considered. The fixed costs are not to be considered for the valuation of closing stock of WIP and the closing stock of finished goods. In the marginal costing, the fixed costs are treated as a period cost. The fixed costs are to be considered as a period cost because it will be considered in the period whether there is a production or there is no any production. And these fixed costs are to be charged to profit and loss account for the period in which they are incurred. The fixed costs are treated as a period cost and all these costs are charged and all these costs are charged to the profit and loss account for the period in which these costs are incurred. Price are determined with the reference to the marginal cost and the contribution margin. The price under the marginal costing, the price are determined on the basis of determined by the reference to the marginal cost and on the basis of distribution margin. Profitability of the department and the profitability of the product is determined with the reference to their contribution margin. The profitability of the product or the profitability of the department is to be determined with reference to their contribution margin. Is that these all are the main characteristics of the marginal cost. Number one, all the elements of cost are classified into two parts, variable cost and fixed cost, and a semi-variable cost is also analyzed into two part, fixed and variable element. The marginal and the variable overheads, sorry, the variable costs are treated as cost of production, which is because these are all direct costs. Under the marginal costing, the value of finished goods and the value of WIP is also compared only of marginal cost. Variable selling and distribution costs are excluded for the calculation of value of inventories. Fixed costs are not compared. Fixed costs are not considered for the valuation of WIP and for the valuation of finished goods. Fixed costs are treated as period cost and it will be charged to the profit and loss account in the particular period when they are incurred. The price are determined with reference to the marginal cost and contribution margin. The profitability of the department and the profitability of the product is determined with the reference to the contribution margin. These all are the characteristics of marginal costing. Now we will discuss the determination of cost and the determination of profit under the marginal costing. How we will determine the cost and how we will determine the amount of profit under the marginal costing. For the determination of cost of product or cost of service under the marginal costing, the costs are classified into two parts. In the case of marginal costing, when there is any enterprises or when there is any person wants to calculate the cost of product or cost of service, then the costs are classified into two parts. Part 1 is a variable cost and a part 2 is a fixed cost. Number 1 is the variable cost and number 2 is the fixed cost. All the variable costs are the part of production and services. All the variable costs are the part of product and it is the part of service. Why? the fixed costs are charged against the contribution margin. Is that all the variable costs, just like direct material, direct labor, direct variable overhead, are the part of product, and it is a part of service cost. While the amount of fixed cost is to be charged from the contribution margin. When we calculate, after the calculation of contribution, we will reduce the fixed cost. It is not the part of cost of production or cost of a product. This is the statement of cost and profit statement under the marginal costing. Under the marginal costing, we will prepare the cost of production in the following format. Just like first we calculate revenue, then after we will calculate all the production costs which are direct in nature. All the production costs. Production costs include direct material, direct employee or direct labor, direct expenses, all the variable manufacturing overheads, and on the basis of this, we will calculate the direct cost, direct production cost. Now, we will calculate the contribution. Contribution is equal to revenue minus the variable cost. Revenue minus the total variable cost. Then it will be contribution. And after the contribution, we will reduce all the variable administration and selling overhead at the time of calculation of inventory, whether it is a finished or whether it is the WIP. WIP, the administration and the selling and distribution overhead are not to be considered, is that all are to be excluded. So in this cost and profit statement, we will reduce the variable administrative overhead less variable selling and distribution overhead. Then we will calculate the contribution margin. On the basis of this, from the revenue, we have reduced all the variable costs, all the variable expenses, and we found contribution margin. We have calculated contribution margin. And then now we will discuss all the period costs, is that all the fixed cost. Just like fixed manufacturing expenses and fixed non-manufacturing expenses. Fixed manufacturing expenses and a fixed non-manufacturing expense. We will reduce all these costs, and then on the basis of this, after we will reduce fixed manufacturing cost or fixed expenses from the marginal cost or from the contribution. Then the amount which is arise is to be known as amount of profit and loss. The amount of profit and loss is to be calculated as marginal contribution margin less all the period cost or all the fixed costs. Then on the basis of this, we have calculated the profit and loss. Now, what will be the inventory cost? Inventorial cost. Inventorial cost or the product cost. What is the meaning of product cost in the case of marginal costing? In the case of merchandise inventory, these are the costs which are associated with the purchase and the sale of goods. The product costs are those costs which are associated and which are related to the purchase and the sale of goods. The product costs are those costs which are associated with the sale and with the purchase of the goods. In the production cycle, such costs are associated with the acquisition and with the conversion of material. In the production case, such costs means production costs or the product costs are associated with the acquisition and the conversion of material and all other manufacturing input into the finished product are sale. Hence, under the marginal costing, variable manufacturing cost constitute inventory or product cost. In the production, the product costs are associated with the acquisition and with the conversion of material cost and all other manufacturing inputs and or other manufacturing inputs into finished product for the sale. Hence, under the marginal costing, under the marginal costing, the variable manufacturing cost, which is constitute inventory will and production cost and product cost. And in the case of marginal cost, the finished goods, all the finished goods are to be measured at the product cost. It is to be valued at the product cost. And the WIP is also measured at, it is also measured at product cost on the basis of percentage of completion. Is that in the case of finished goods and in the case of WIP, all these inventory are to be valued at the product cost. And the product cost is the cost which is associated or which is related with the product sale and product purchase. It is the sale, it is associated with the purchase and the sale of the goods. So this is the, so on the basis of this, the finished goods and the WIP are to be valued at product cost on the basis of percentage of completion. For the full understanding, kindly refer process and operation costing, which is already discussed by us in the previous videos. On the basis of this, you can understand how to calculate the WIP, because in the case of WIP, the WIP is a product which is not completed, which is not considered as a finished. It is completed in percentage. So it is to be measured. So for the purpose of full understanding of further understanding of WIP valuation, kindly refer process costing and the operation costing chapter. Now we will discuss the contribution. What is the contribution? In the case of marginal costing, what is the contribution? The contribution and the contribution margin is the differences between the sale revenue and the total variable cost, irrespective of manufacturing or non-manufacturing. The contribution and the contribution margin is the differences. The contribution and the contribution margin is the differences between the sale revenue and the total variable cost, irrespective of manufacturing or non-manufacturing. Contribution is equal to sale revenue minus total variable cost. It is to be known as contribution. Now we will discuss it by the way of example. How to calculate the contribution. Variable cost is 50,000 and fixed cost 20,000 and the selling price is 80,000. And the contribution formula of contribution is equal to selling price less the variable cost. Then the selling price is 80,000 and the variable cost is 50,000. Then the amount of contribution is 30,000. And now we will calculate profit. The profit is equal to contribution less fixed cost. Contribution and less the fixed cost. The amount of contribution is 30,000 and the fixed cost is 20,000. Contribution is 30,000 and fixed cost is 20,000. Then the total amount of the profit is 10,000 rupees. Since the contribution exceeds the fixed cost, then there is a profit of rupees 10,000. Suppose the amount of fixed cost is 40,000. In this case, there will be the loss of 10,000 rupees. The amount of 10,000 represent exchange of loss since the fixed costs are more than the contribution. Such 10,000 rupees is to be considered as a loss because the fixed costs are more than the contribution. At the level of fixed cost of rupees 30,000, there shall not be profit and there shall not be any loss. Is that it will be considered as a break even. What will be the meaning of period time? What is the meaning of period time? Period time and what is the meaning of period cost? What is the meaning of period cost? Period costs are those costs which are not assigned to the product, but these costs are charged as the expenses against the revenue of the period in which they are incurred. The period costs are those costs which are incurred in a period or which are fixed in a nature. There is no, these costs are not related with the production of any goods or the production of any services. But these costs are charged, these costs are charged as an expenses against the revenue of the period in which they are incurred. All fixed costs, whether it is a manufacturing or it is a non-manufacturing, are to be recognized as a period cost in the marginal costing. In the marginal costing, all the fixed costs, whether it is a manufacturing or whether it is a non-manufacturing, are to be considered as a period cost in the marginal costing. Now we will discuss observing costing, observation costing. What is the meaning of observation costing? Observation costing is the practice of charging all the costs. Observation costing is nothing, it is the practice how to charge all the costs, whether these are variable costs or whether these are fixed costs to the operation, process and production. Observation costing is the practice of charging variable costs as well as fixed costs to the operations, to the processes and to the production. In observation costing, the classification of the expenses is to be made on the basis of function. Whether in the marginal costing, whether in the case of marginal costing, the expenses are to be classified on the basis of nature, on the basis of nature of expenses. In the case of observation costing, the expenses are to be classified on the basis of functional basis. But in the case of marginal costing, the expenses are to be classified on the basis of nature of expenses. In the observation costing, the fixed expenses. In the observation costing, the fixed expenses are distributed. In the observation costing, all the fixed expenses are distributed over the product on the observation costing basis. All the fixed expenses are to be distributed or are to be apportioned over the product on the observation costing basis and on the basis of predetermined level of output. Since the fixed expenses all are constant, such as method of recovery will lead to over and under recovery of expenses, which is depending upon actual production output being greater or the lesser than the estimated used for recovery. This difficulty will not arise. This difficulty will not be arise in the marginal costing because the contribution is used as a fund for meeting the fixed expenses. This difficulty will not arise in the marginal costing because the contribution is used as a fund for meeting the finished expense. This is the observation costing. This is part 1 of marginal costing, in which we have discussed certain terms and we have discussed how to calculate the marginal cost and characteristics of marginal costing, meaning of marginal costing and meaning of marginal cost. And we have discussed certain examples so that we can easily understand the concept of marginal costing. This is part 1. There are another 3 parts of marginal costing. Kindly watch all these parts so that you can understand the full concept of marginal costing. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.